I bought actually. I can't have it in borrow it.
1979 and 94.
That is an incredible book.
Oh, brilliant.
That it tells you literally.
Oh, brilliant.
Every show.
There we go.
Yes, that is certainly an interesting reminder that there's a lot of chat started about how it was set up, and then every show is covered. Who was in it, who wrote it.
Hello, Arthur. You're early. I've only just opened.
Who was it said you can never find one when you want one?
Who was it said you can never find what?
Copper. G.H. Chesterton, wasn't it? Or was it the bard himself, George Bernard?
Oh, you won't catch the coppers round here on a Saturday afternoon, Arthur.
Huh?
What are you looking for a copper for?
Football hooligans. Out there. We soon scarpered when I gave them what for.
Aye. Well, that's life, isn't it? Chez Sirrah, Sirrah. If one of them soccer hooligans got your number on the bottom of his bobber boot, he'll dot your card for you, old Bill or no old Bill.
Yeah, it's like the doodlebugs in the war, isn't it?
What's doodlebugs got to do with it?
Funny, the chap who wrote that, he wrote it from Hong Kong.
Ah.
He rang me up,
Oh,
and yes, and said he's going to do this. And I obviously gave him a little interview over the phone, and I said, well, best of luck for the book, and do send me a copy. He said, of course I will. And it's terrific. I mean, any time I do anything to do with Minder, it's always got that, because you can literally, I mean, my daughter rang up the other day and said, when was the first episode of Minder? 1979, you'll find. So the actual date, the actual episode it was, and he's obviously a theorist. He doesn't have many opinions about anything, but the facts and figures of Minder are all there, wasn't it? And because we did, he quotes, I think, we did 108 episodes and 2 Christmas specials. I don't know if they got that right. I'm in about 98 or 99.
Were you not in all then? You were not in all episodes?
Not 100, I didn't know. But
sometimes there was...
Well, sometimes, they did a couple of episodes in Australia. But I wasn't, I tell you, Georgie, you were in those. We did talk to you on the phone. Well, that counts.
What I always used to wish in Minder that there would be a bit more about Dave. That rather than it just all, like, it would only ever really be if they went to the Winchester that they would find the speak to Dave. There were a few episodes where you were outside the Winchester. I remember one episode where you all piled out of a car.
Well, knowing it, I did have. Yes, what Dave kind of grew from nothing. Right? I was first approached, and the agent rang up and said, "There's a new show. Don't know anything about it, called Minder. Dennis Waterman was playing on Minder, and George Cole was in it, and this is the first episode, and they want a chap to play a barber. Just a day's work, And I said, well, let's send us a script. Great, I had quite a busy bunny of those, that's quite a reputation. And they sent me the script, and I kept turning the page, and then eventually we came to a place that they called the Winchester Club, and there we are, and George came in after Daly came in and said, "Oh, Dave, PhD on a slate, right? And little house and George." I said, "About 3 lines or something." And he's right, and he walked over the corner of the bar and had a scene. That was the part.
That was it.
And I said, I rang out the agent. I said, "Well, I watched in this, you know." And he said, "Well, they are paying your usual money, Glynn, and you never know. You aren't working that particular day either, and the part may grow." He said, "No, right." And in fact.
Did they offer the part to anyone else?
I don't think so. It was really, it was kind of minor role. Really. But I think what was a lucky thing really was that the writers, hopefully like me, but they also found the concept of the Winchester Club and myself attractive because of her indoors. Now we never saw. That was a magic thing about her. But then of course, Arthur Daly especially did need somewhere as a base. He didn't need a confidant. He didn't need someone and really, I suppose, as the show went on, I mean, after
the voice of reason.
Well, yes, and caution and reason, and I mean, as the show went on, we've been buddies for years. But it was all. It wasn't in the original concept. Normally, when the big producers sit down, they didn't really think, "Oh, now we will have this bar." He sort of grew from behind, and fortunately the writers liked my work and kept writing me in. So that eventually, when we got to like Minder 3 or anything, they just used to sign me up for the whole. But the first couple of series, I was just employed in the daily map.
Identified the aims of the group. In other news, the pound again rose 2 points.
New Key Laundrette. That's one of Alpha Cavallo's places, isn't it?
Two Bacardi and Coke. Yeah, probably done the job himself.
Hello, sweetheart. Vodka and slimline, please, Dave.
Hello.
Great, just been to a wedding reception. Alfie Cavallo's boy.
Joking. Just been on a wireless.
What, the wedding?
No, some firm turned over his laundrette at Dalton Street. They got hostages and all that.
Don't believe it.
Oh, well, by the way, is Terry coming in? There's a bird over there, been asking for him.
You waiting for Terry, sweetheart? Hey, do you say they got hostages?
Oh, that's what I said. I'll see you in a minute.
You Terry's mate?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
These are the ones that your fans have asked me to ask you.
Oh well, fair, shut away.
We have a bunch here. I won't go through them all, but there's somebody asking, saying that there was more specials to be made after Series 10.
Well, we wanted to, but I know George himself, because by then he was well into his 70s.
Yeah.
And couldn't really cope with another series, but he did say he would do specials. But there was a sort of political thing here because Thames lost the licence. I know they fell out with Maggie Thatcher. I don't know what to call it. And so in fact, I met George sort of socially, and I said anything happening about it, and he said to me, well, we can't find the finance. In other words,
They just didn't want to
show
do it.
like that, especially a one-off.
They didn't see that.
Everybody has to be prepared to pitch in, the whole and somebody wasn't prepared. But I mean, they made two, one of which is extremely funny, the other one, Minder on the Orient Express, a hit.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the other one. It was all right, but it was, and of course, there's a lot of money involved, and nothing gets. I mean, you do the series. You build a set like Arthur Davies Lock Up or Winchester Club. Yeah. Well, the cost of that is spread over 13 episodes. But for one show, they've got to put their money where their mouth is. So that was an answer to that.
Well, somebody else did asking what your relationship with George Cole was like.
Well,
you must have been good friends.
Well, good.
After some time, you know.
Well, George actually is a very shy man.
Is he?
Oh yes. You never see him doing interviews or
I mean, obviously I remember him from way back in the Centrinians films and all that. You know, he's a.
But even though he's because I have done myself quite a lot of like personal appearances, opening bars and everything.
Okay.
And people often say, "Any chance of George coming with you?" I mean, whatever he asks for, the money he likes. And I did mention it to him a few times, and he said, "No, that's
okay.
Not what I think, you know."
That's quite funny considering his character.
Yes,
in the show,
but he himself is a shy man.
Right. Okay.
But he is a magic man to work with.
Okay.
Because he's not. Some actors, I'm not either. Neither is sort of Jack the Lad in the studio.
Yeah.
Chatting up the birds.
Yeah.
And then when you come to do your acting bit, you blow it, don't you?
Yeah.
And I am very much the same. And so is George. I mean, George would leave his caravan as Arthur daily.
Right.
And he'd be sitting there, and you could discuss anything in the scene, and he'd be very helpful, and he'd always rehearse lines with you and everything. But he didn't sort of really like stepping out of that. And
okay.
Sometimes he used to do parties, so I minded parties, and so then he obviously big George, an amusing fellow.
Yeah.
But it's very good to say.
He liked his friends. He liked his close friends.
It's a very good working relationship. He's marvellous to work with, and so but we weren't really. We exchanged Christmas cards. I've been living in Spain, and he's been living in Henley. So, but really, he's a super bloke. There's no great sort of buddy thing.
Yeah.
Well, you never very rarely get that in shows. The thing that holds blokes together, boys, hobbies.
It's true.
Of all the actors I know,
common interest.
My big hobby is boating. That's it about the boats.
You still do a lot of that now?
Well, Warren Mitchell was a great boating man. I spent a lot of time with him, and so a lot of directors used to love boating. I suppose, but really, most actors do their job, especially a job like mine, which is made in a local studio. You leave work, you go to work. It's a wrap. You go home.
Yeah.